Middle of May, and we just get this bombshell dropped on us. College football never sleeps, man. I thought this was done a year ago when ultimately he just went to Arizona State, but Rashada was just a lion hiding in the weeds, waiting to pounce. So really quick, Jaden Rashada, high four-star QB in the 2023 class. He had originally committed to Miami, then to Florida, which is where everything is pronounced in this story, and then ends up at Arizona State once everything fell through. Now, currently at Georgia, he'll be a backup. But John Talty and Pete Nakos, John Talty from 247 and Pete Nakos from On3 have done a really, really great job covering this story. I suggest you go read their articles. They've done a great job. But his lawsuit claims that it's fraudulent misrepresentation and inducement, aiding and abetting fraud, negligent misrepresentation, tortious interference with a business relationship and a contract, and aiding and abetting tortious interference. A bunch of lawyer jargon. I don't really know what a lot of that means, but essentially Jaden Rashada is suing Florida for doing him dirty. So there's three main people in this story. We got Jaden Rashada, who's the recruit who is getting recruited by Florida, and Billy Napier. We got Billy Napier, the head coach of Florida, and Hugh Hathcock. Hugh Hathcock owns Velocity Automotive, and he is the founder of Gator Guard, which is a collective for Florida. And he is like one of the main pieces here because he's the booster who's supposedly fronting up all of the money. So Rashada in Florida had a $13.5 million deal in place. This is like crazy numbers, just to begin with. $5 million of that was supposed to come through Hancock's automotive company with a $500,000 starting bonus or signing bonus, and the rest of it was to come through Gator Guard, which is the collective that Hathcock had started himself. So when the signing bonus was due on signing day, December 21st, instead of getting the payment, he received a termination letter of the deal that they had in place. However, so they terminated the deal, but they said, you know what, we're going to terminate the deal, but we're still going to honor the payment without the contract. So on signing day, when they were supposed to get the 500K or whatever, Napier is telling Rashada, don't worry, it's going to happen. The Florida alum is going to make it happen. And Rashada never received the money. And now Rashada is suing Billy Napier and Hugh Hathcock, saying that they had never intended on paying him at all, ever. And that is where it gets a little tricky here. So Rashada also had a $9.5 million deal set up with Miami. And so he was committed with Miami in June of 2022, but on condition of getting this $13.5 million, Rashada is claiming that Napier and Hathcock convinced him to turn down the Miami offer for their offer, the $13.5 million offer, which is $4 million more. So he is now suing them, saying like, look, you cost me out, you fucked me out of money. I had $9.5 million on the table. You guys screwed me out of it. So that's what he is suing for. Really, this really comes down to the story of like how influential the collectives and the boosters are right now in the current landscape of college football. It's a perfect example of the kind of access that they have to kids and the influence that they have on their futures. So kids got to be careful out there, but it's just another day in college football. This is fireworks, and I can't wait to see where this ends up and the back and forth that will go on with this story. Follow Big Body Ball at CFB on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all the socials.